This is it. We're rolling. Episode 610, No Laugh Track podcast here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. My name is Justin Severson. I host this every week. Well, every week we do them. We took last week off. I'm going to talk about that in a second. But thankfully back this week with Ryan Hamilton.
Thanks. Nice to be back.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times have we done this?
Five. I think this is five.
Five?
I think this is five.
Wow, I've never done a podcast more times than this. I'm certain of it. I'm pretty certain of that.
And you're happy. You're so happy about
I'm
that,
so
too.
happy about
Thankful.
I mean, I don't do many podcasts.
No, you
Not
don't.
that I'm getting tons of invites, but it's just not a common experience for me as it is for some, I think.
Sure. Well, I appreciate it every time. And as we talked about when we did this, well, it's been, I guess, like 2 calendar years because it was 2023 the last time you were here.
Yeah.
And before that, it had been 6 years.
Is that right?
So I'm just going to throw it out right now. Let's not wait another 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild. And we've done this 5 times?
Mm-hmm.
So
This
when
was
was
5,
the
I
first
think.
one?
I know.
Oh, that was a long time ago.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, we were children. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I've been doing this since 2012.
Okay.
So, yeah. I don't remember the first
I don't
year
know
you were
either.
around at
I
Acme,
don't know.
but yeah, it was those early years.
Yeah.
In any case, you're still working here,
Yes.
which is fantastic. Back
Yes.
this week. And you just recorded a special.
Yes, 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a lot of times, and I know I was at the show last night, we talked a little bit, and you addressed this on stage. A lot of times, comedians come to Acme like right before they're about to record.
Yes. Yes, that was the plan. That was my objective in trying to like schedule this. For whatever reason, we couldn't get the scheduling worked out. So I finally got the date, and it was 2 weeks after the special. So in my head, I thought, okay, I'm going to switch this to getting prepared for the special to diving into new material after the special.
Okay.
Although I didn't do all my homework to get really ready for that this week. But the audiences here are so great that, I got a few things out last night.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was sitting back, about halfway back, and a lot of times I can see if someone has notes on stage or like on the on a chair. Were you going off any notes?
No,
For
no
new
notes.
stuff?
No, I have not done that in a while. I've done that on occasion, but I don't know. I've gotten out of the habit of that. I don't typically feel like I have enough notes to justify needing it. Like I don't have enough new stuff to go where I can't keep track of it all in my head.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I do. I don't think there's anything wrong with that if you're working on a specific, if your goal is specifically working on material, it's nice to have a little nudge, just like what's next.
When you first started, was it like that? Was it notes on stage and nerves and reading?
I don't think it has anything to do with nerves for a lot of people. If you see notes on stage, I think it's more about just, I need to memorize this stuff. That's the most tedious part. I just need a nudge to remember what's next. I think that's mostly what notes are for when you see, in general. That's what it is for me if I have notes. It's like a bullet point thing where I just need, you're so into the joke, and especially if it's new, you're working on, if it's new, you're totally absorbed in it. And you're completely 100% absorbed in the performance and the memorization and getting it out and adjusting it and seeing where the laughs are, that when you get through it, you have no space in your head to go, I don't know what's next. So when you develop this stuff over time, you have 2 brains going on and you go, I know what's next. So you're into it. So that's what the notes is, I think.
Okay.
For me anyway.
Okay.
I should use more notes maybe now that I think about it. I've talked myself into it.
That's what all this is about. Just your management called me and said, nudge him into notes. Nudge him. Just friendly.
Yes.
See if he catches it.
Yes.
No. I wanted to say that, so last week was Adrienne Iapalucci. We ended up not doing one. She wasn't feeling great. So we just kind of, you know what? Don't push it if you're not feeling good. I don't want you to, force it to do a podcast. So what I had done all my research to talk to Adrienne last week. So all I'm going to use is the notes from her to talk to
great.
you.
Yeah, Adrienne and I have very similar sensibilities. I love Adrienne. We have very similar, like if you see Adrienne on stage and you see me on stage, you're going to think these are kindred spirits. These people are So
If she's the Dark Queen, which is the title of her Netflix, and then and yours is Happy Face. I mean,
we should go on tour, the Dark Queen and Happy Face. That has a good ring to it.
it does.
Yes.
It actually does.
I love Adrienne.
I love Adrienne too.
Yeah.
I ended up. Of course, I did come to see her set last Wednesday night, and she was fantastic. If anybody missed it, big mistake.
Yeah.
Just like coming here last night to see you. Anybody that misses that, huge mistake, sir.
Big one.
The one thing I do want to bring here today that I was going to talk to Adrienne about is something that was happening in the crowd during her set last Wednesday.
Yeah.
And that was that someone was sitting right in front of the stage. And I just want to know how you would handle this.
Yeah.
Would you acknowledge this? Would you try real hard to ignore it? What would you do? And I know you don't do much crowd work, so I don't think you would do that. Guy, girl, he won't keep his hands out of her hair. Like he's just constantly running his hands through her hair. Like it's, heavy petting. I
They're
think
sitting next to each other.
yes. And he's just in another world.
In the front row.
In the front row. And he's not, I don't think I could do, I think if I was focusing on that, I wouldn't be focusing on the comedy that's happening in front of me. But I don't know. Would you acknowledge that? Because that's not a behavior I see very often in crowds. Do you see that very often?
No.
No.
That's a weird one.
It is.
I don't know what I would do with that. It's interesting. It's not that I don't do crowd work. It's that sometimes crowd work is a tool. When it comes up, you use it.
Yeah.
And in that scenario, I don't know. I guess it would totally depend on what the rest of the vibe is in the room.
Yeah.
If it's distracting other people, then I feel much more obligated to address it.
Sure.
If 15, 20 people around can't stop paying attention, I notice them noticing it, then it's affecting the show.
Yeah.
Then it's affecting my performance. Then maybe I would address it.
And I don't know that was. I couldn't tell if I may have been the only one even noticing it for all I know.
Yeah.
But
she didn't. Adrienne did not bring it up.
No.
It's an interesting question because it's. I just had this experience 2 weeks ago at my special. I mean, this was a much more common thing, but someone right up front row during my special taping, like 700-seat theater, cameras everywhere. It was general admission seating, so they chose these seats. Really drunk, like super sloppy drunk, and was either asleep.
No.
Or going, "We're so glad you're back, Ryan." She did. I ignored it twice. Well, actually, she brought it up, and I tried to address it. She said, "We missed you, Ryan," and I made some joke. I was in the bus material, and I made some joke about, well, the bus driver didn't miss me, or something like that, and I thought it was done. She did it again. I just ignored it. I knew that a lot of the audience couldn't hear her. Then the third time she did it, and it kind of snapped me because it was in a place that was disruptive. And so I kind of stopped the show and
You did.
a little bit. I think I actually said, "What's wrong with you?" I think I said something like that because we're in this taping scenario.
Oh, yeah.
It's very obvious that I am I'm redoing lines because we need to get them occasionally. It's very obvious what's going on.
Yes. I've been to
So-
some of these. Yeah.
My point being, I did make a decision. I knew that my team really couldn't pull them out because she was right up front. It's like you're going to destroy. It's going to be more disruptive to pull them out. If they're in the back, then you can take care of it. If they're right up front in the front row, you can't really take care of it. So it was kind of up to me. So I decided we took care of it, went on with it. And then 20, 30 minutes later, it happened again. So I kind of regretted not taking care of it. But you never know. You never know. In that scenario with the hair, I mean, that's just very weird.
It was quiet, at least.
Yeah, right. Maybe it's like, it's strange to me that people in the front do that. It's like, why did you choose to sit here?
That's back of the movie theater behavior.
Yeah.
Not front of the comedy club
Right.
behavior.
Yeah, that is an odd one. But was he paying attention to the show while he was?
I mean, it's hard not to when you're, literally
Yeah.
facing.
So it was just kind of like a absent-minded kind of thing, but he kept doing
I
it.
mean,
Yeah.
you're not giving it. I mean, it was more than just like 6 inches. We're talking like a whole foot of like.
I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I guess it's, that's the thing. Every show's different, and every audience has its own personality.
Sure.
So you treat them all individually.
Last night, you spoke a little bit to an audience member that was sitting up front here.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
It ended up being very funny.
I can't remember.
It was about
what.
age.
It was about age. Oh, she asked me.
Yeah.
She
You said
blurted-
I'm
she
sorry.
started it.
Yeah.
Yeah. She said something like, "How old are you?" So we started talking about that.
Yeah, you took a little break and said, "Does anybody have questions?"
Did I?
Yeah.
Yes, sometimes I do that. It's interesting. I've been thinking about crowd work a lot because it's become such a big thing. And I am now in a point where I'm working on material right now. So I was just kind of I was pushing to do the new stuff.
Mhm.
And then you get in a place where I don't remember what's next, like I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
So I used to have a joke where I would say, nobody ever wants to pick my brain. Nobody ever wants to ask me. Powerful people ask questions. This is a power statement. I have time for one more question. I've never done that legitimately. I have done it one-on-one. Have you ever been in a conversation one-on-one and you go, you're all finished with the conversation, but the conversation keeps going, and then you go, I have time for one more question. And it's a great way to live your life. Maybe you're at a dinner party, there's a lull in the conversation, just wait for the lull, look around the table and go, I have time for one more question. If nobody says anything, fold your napkin and get out. That is not your party. You don't want to be there. And I would do that joke, but it would encourage the audience.
Oh, sure.
So it's a weird, tricky thing. But I think in that scenario, I think she asked me a question.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The final part of that I want to mention is that there was a little bit of back and forth, and then someone was walking towards her that works at the club, and you were like, no, she's fine. And it was just waitstaff coming to take her order.
Oh, yeah.
Not an usher to kick her out or tell her to be
Well,
quiet.
this club is so
Of course.
great. On
Yes.
top of everything, I was like, oh, they're going to kick her out. And I felt like she had asked an innocent question.
It was,
and
sure.
it wasn't going. I didn't think I was threatened by her bringing this up again or something. So it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought that they were going to kick her out.
No, it was perfect.
But it
and
was
you're not wrong assuming that. I mean,
Yeah.
And he was wearing all black. It did seem very stealth, like a
He
ninja
looked
coming
like
out of the dark.
a ninja.
No, I completely agree. So last time you were here, you was the big show you were going to do at a basketball arena was coming up.
Oh, the Delta Center
Yes.
in Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How did that go? Was it the?
It was great. It was really amazing. It was just, it's the biggest venue I've done on my own by far.
Yeah.
It was a success. It was really fun just to see all those people. It was interesting. I didn't expect this, but it did really kind of blow me away. It's like all these people showed up. It's like a crazy. You get used to it, I guess. I shouldn't take it for granted, but a great club. It feels good. We have a good time, but when you see just the number of people, it's kind of like humbling.
Yeah.
And I wanted to give them a good show. I think we all had a good time. Yeah, it was pretty great. I don't know if I would do it again unless I had, unless I was in a place where I was in such demand that there was no other option.
Okay.
Because I do think comedy, I mean, it's great because it's an event and it's fun and it's just a different feel. But for me, it was like a big, big push to do it. It wasn't like I had to be in the arena. It's like, we could do the arena. Do you want? And it was like, okay, let's try it. So it was a success. We did it. But I'd rather do it where I'm in the position of like, look, it's either this or we're selling out the theater so many times that like it makes sense to do it.
Yeah.
I'd rather be in that position if I was going to do it again, I think.
Do you you still do shows with Jerry Seinfeld?
Yes. Yeah.
How, are those are just normally theaters, right?
Normally
he doesn't go
theaters.
bigger than that.
I think he kind of likes to keep it theaters.
Yeah.
Because he likes performing for that size of a group.
Yeah.
There is something about it. It changes the dynamic of the performance, the relationship with the audience
For
is
sure.
different.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, even in a club, it's different than a small theater. It's always different. So there is kind of, performers have a sweet spot, I think, for where they like to be.
Yeah.
And you get to, as much as you can choose it, you do, I guess.
That makes sense. That makes
Yeah.
complete sense. Are you Mark Maron doing his last podcast episodes? Is that something that mean? Were you ever a fan of his? Do you listen?
I would, you know, I never did it. I kind of feel like I never had the right opportunity or time to like really try to go after doing that. But I do kind of regret that I'll never have had that opportunity. I never got to do Letterman, and I felt the same way about that. It was like just such an institution.
Yes.
That I never got to do it. And I was close to doing it once or twice, but I never got it scheduled and never just had the right perfect set.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah. I mean, I was always like almost getting it. So I kind of I did see that coming and thought, oh, that's a shame. I wish that I could just be in that library. It kind of became like a real resource of like comedy history. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a little feeling about that. Yeah.
Well, AI is taking over the world.
Yeah.
I'm joking, but you could seriously put a video of you on Letterman, like an AI one,
Yeah.
and people would be like, "I remember this. This was so good."
Yeah.
I promise you, people would believe it.
But this is the
I've been debunking people. That has been my new job on Facebook when I'm not doing anything. Is I see things that are AI and that get all these reactions, and I'm like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? This isn't real. You know this isn't real, right?
Oh.
This isn't real."
Well, you've got a big job ahead of you because I don't think you're going to be able to keep up.
No,
And
not even close.
but this is the real debate about it. It's like I don't really care if people saw me on Letterman in a fake way. It's like I want the experience.
Of course.
And
Of
that's
course.
what it's about.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the real debate that you hear over and over again about AI is it are we going to accept it or are we going to reject it and be like even if it's great, we want authenticity.
Let's reject.
Yes.
Let's
hope so.
Let's reject. I wanted to ask about so on Mark Maron's last episode, he had Barack Obama. He had him on for a second time.
I saw that. I wondered if that's what happened.
Yes.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yep.
Wow.
I listened to it, and one of the things that stood out to me, I want to bring up to you, is Barack Obama's admiration for stand-up comedians.
Really?
And saying that, what I wrote it down here said, I can't think of anything tougher than stand-up comedy or more terrifying. Being up there alone on stage, hoping people laugh.
Wow.
This is from the guy that was president.
Yes.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. That's really interesting. I mean, you know, I'm not too surprised because he has been supportive of comedians, it feels like. He did Mark Maron really early when that was like, when he did it, it was like people at that level, presidents weren't doing podcasts.
No.
So he kind of set a standard for a podcast. He did Comedians in Cars with Seinfeld.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's really cool. I mean, it is interesting. People think
You're more brave than Barack Obama, is what I'm saying.
well, Seinfeld has that joke. People say their number one fear is public speaking, and that means if they were at a funeral, they'd rather be in the coffin than giving the eulogy. But this is what we do for a living,
Yeah.
is stand in front of people.
Yes.
So I don't know. It is. I do think it has a perception of people go, wow, how do you stand up there? I've been thinking about risk, and I think I'm drawn to stand-up comedy because I've been watching like people who take great risks and do very, very difficult things, and you know, like climbing a mountain or some very physical, demanding thing that puts your body in danger, but
Yeah.
it also demands all of your cognitive abilities. And I think I'm drawn to stand-up because it does give you a sense of risk, but I'm not breaking any bones. You know what I mean? I'm not going to die. The worst thing that's going to happen is I get embarrassed.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing that happens.
Yeah. Some people think that's the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, and for whatever reason, I enjoy taking that risk.
Yeah.
That's like the sweet spot of risk for me. And other people have other places, but it's interesting, I guess. So, but that's really cool. I got to go listen to that.
You should. Is
yeah.
there some sort of dangerous behavior you're considering getting into, or are you going to climb?
know.
Are you going to rock climb?
I want to get into rock climbing. I think I've been trying to. I don't know. Ever since this accident, I've just been thinking about my body and how to maintain it and how to take care of myself so that I can keep functioning for a long time and working. And I'm just really interested in people who have pushed themselves really hard. I've never, I don't have that kind of, I don't know, of like ultimate goal of like something very difficult. But I want to do things that are reach a threshold of difficulty that, keep me going, keep me interested in life, keep me pushing, keep me going, wow, that was hard and I did it.
Yeah.
I think that's important. I think it's important to do hard things.
Mm-hmm.
Just to keep doing hard things.
Oh, yeah.
Over and over
It's
again.
a lot easier just to crawl up in bed every day and not do anything, but it's
Yeah.
not healthy.
There's something
Get
about,
out there and do stuff.
Yeah, there's something about doing hard things that just makes you appreciate everything else. And so, that accident I went through was tough. And I think it kind of like, in some weird way, subconsciously made me think about, let's try to do some hard things.
That makes sense.
I don't know what it is.
That makes complete sense.
Yeah, but
I have to tell you,
yeah.
I don't. So I know that the getting hit by a bus, that material is
Yeah.
probably a main point of this special you just
Yeah,
recorded.
it's in the new
Correct.
special that we just shot, yeah.
That will eventually be out
Next year. Yeah.
sometime.
Mm-hmm.
Hearing it last night, there was a point where my wife and I were both wiping away tears from laughter,
yeah?
Ryan. I'm not kidding. That is so polished and so good.
Oh,
It
thanks.
is so good.
Oh, thanks.
My God, it's funny.
Oh, thanks. I mean, it's so weird to be doing it this week because I really focused on that stuff for a long time.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I did. That was a real edited version that I did last night.
Okay,
even.
interesting.
Yeah. So that wasn't even the whole thing. But yeah, it's an interesting thing because I'd never had something in my stand-up that I had to talk about. Like I felt like I couldn't really get through. I couldn't do anything else until I talked about this.
Yeah.
I have a joke about it where I talk about you can't get hit by a bus and wander up on stage and go, it's weird to get a haircut. Like you got to talk about this right now.
Yes.
And I never had anything. It forced me to talk about something pretty personal. And it's interesting. I just kind of released all that material and I put a period on it and go, I'm done with all that. And it did something mentally to me where I'm like, I didn't realize that was kind of like sealing the end of the chapter on that little thing that I was going through.
Oh, yeah, interesting.
I didn't realize it until I was done. I shot that, and then a day later I feel something like, I'm processing this in a different way now because I'd been kind of like living with it while I'm doing this material all the time. And then when I finish the material and like, it's all done. I can't control it anymore. It's shot. It's finished. It was an interesting thing to go through because it happened 4 years ago almost. So 4, yeah. But anyway, so that was interesting that it kind of felt good. I did not expect that kind of like relief.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Now would be, so you know what's going on next week. I'll refresh your memory.
I do know.
You do know Crash
yeah,
and Burn
I love
here.
this concept.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So people are listening to this, they know or they should know. Crash and Burn is next week at Acme. Tim Slagle's thing where everybody works throughout the week to get 20 minutes of new material.
Yeah.
Too bad they're not having you included
Well,
in this.
this
What
is
a
why-
perfect time,
I
man.
know.
Are you
This
kidding
is
me?
why I was so frustrated with the timing when I saw the schedule. I was like, I should just be doing Crash and Burn.
Yeah.
Like, why am I not doing Crash? This is the perfect time for
Yes.
me to do Crash and Burn. My buddy David Crow is going to be doing Crash and Burn. We were just hanging out in Seattle. He's very excited. He's been sending me jokes that he's been working on. So for Crash and Burn, he's very
Yeah.
dedicated. I even said I did this like kind of surprise show in Seattle while I was warming up for my special, and I said, come open for me. He goes, I want to, but I can't touch this material because I want the pristine Crash and Burn experience. So he has not touched any of it. I didn't know
Wow.
all the rules
Oh yeah,
about Crash
never
and Burn.
before. Words that have never been said on stage.
Yeah, I didn't realize that it was so specific like that. I would love to do it someday. I mean, it's like, I don't know why my scheduling never worked out. I should be doing it next week. But yeah, that's so cool. I love the concept. And I love it because it's so rare that you get an environment as a comedian where the audience really knows that you're working on material and is expecting it. And that really is helpful.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, I was just saying, it can't be a very big financial boon, this Crash and Burn show. So it's like very rare
not.
that
It's
it's
not.
very rare that you would get this kind of opportunity as a comedian and as an audience,
Yeah.
by the way. It should be, I mean, as a comedy fan, I would love to watch this show.
No, it's so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so fun to see. Obviously, I've been coming to see it for
Yeah.
years and years and years. It is fun. What other things should I mention before we get going here? Yeah, well, let's get into this really quick.
Okay.
So, this isn't going to ruin anything because by the time people listen to this, it will have already happened. I'm leaving here and going to work over at the Paul McCartney concert. He is in town tonight.
Okay. Wow, he's in town tonight, Paul McCartney.
Yes, sir.
I did not know that.
Yep. 83-year-old Paul McCartney.
Wow.
He gets to go on stage and do greatest hits from like songs he wrote 30,
Yeah.
40, 50, 60 years ago.
Yes.
You don't get to do that. You don't get to go on stage and do a greatest hits.
Well, it's interesting, and Paul McCartney's an interesting person to bring that up with. You say gets to. I wonder if he thinks about it that way.
Okay.
He might think about it as has to do his greatest hits, especially Paul McCartney, who has never stopped creating, never stopped working,
Right.
continues to release new music. I don't know when the last time he put out an album, but I bet it wasn't 3 or 5 years
I was
ago.
going to say the same
Yeah.
thing. Mm-hmm.
And
But we don't know any of those songs, right?
no, we don't know them, but how many times does he want to do these things? You know what I mean? I mean,
Mhm.
I'm sure there is something about it where it's fun to connect with human beings, and that is a very special bond that your music and your audience has, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But last night I did something. People were shouting out requests.
Yes.
And so I try to honor that. I try to, if it's something that people really want to see. I mean, I have 2 jokes that people seem to request, and I have tried to recreate it in a way that's more interesting, where I do this
For you.
for everybody. I
Okay.
hope.
Okay.
I did a mashup. I've never seen anybody. I don't know. It's a weird thing. It wasn't tight last night. For a while, I had it really tight.
Okay.
And I could jump back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's weird, but I do the, even if you don't know the joke, it would work. But I had this hot air balloon joke, going on a date on a hot air balloon and canceling your gym membership, and they're both probably like 4-minute, 5-minute jokes, and I just go back and forth between the two, jumping into one world and then jumping right out exactly, and it sounds like it's wouldn't work and it's terrible, but it actually works.
It does work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a way to keep it interesting for me, and I hope for the audience to go, oh, I've never seen anything like that. So
I did think that was interesting when you sort of got a greatest hits request last night. Here, 2 of them.
yeah. And that's how I've decided to try to do it and still make it. But I did it. I'd already done an hour, so it's like
Right.
I really wouldn't do that unless I was already through the show, and then it's like, okay, let's just tag on this little extra thing.
Sure. Will you be touring at 83 like Paul McCartney is?
Comedians can work a long time. They really can.
Yeah.
I don't know. 83. It's pretty amazing. There are guys out there doing it. I mean,
Well, Bob Newhart was doing shows up until he died.
yeah,
He was older than that.
you never know. I mean, if you have an audience out there that's coming to see you, it's kind of hard to say no when you're a performer, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. People make all sorts of decisions. They go all sorts of ways. It's one of the reasons I want to take care of myself, because I want to keep working, and it's very physically demanding to tour around and travel. It's tough. I mean, yeah. I love to talk to people about that, how they manage that life, how they managed to be 83 years old and continue to tour and continue to create. It's an amazing accomplishment.
Yeah.
I mean, the goal has always been long career, not big career.
Okay.
Long, I think, is successful.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Let's see. Anything else should be
no,
mentioning?
I don't know. That was.
Are you saying where the special is going to end up? Do you know? Are you saying?
It's supposed to go to Netflix, so I guess they can always say no. But
Okay.
Nate Bargatze, Nate Land has produced it.
Okay.
So
You do shows with him now too.
I have a couple dates with him coming up in November. We're doing Atlanta and Tampa.
Wow.
I think I'm one of his. You know, he has a few guys on the show.
Yep.
So I'm one of his openers on those dates, and it'll be my first time doing those on Nate's tour. I mean, I've known Nate for a long time, but I'm very excited about that.
That's obviously you fit in perfectly with that.
I'm very excited. That'll be
I've seen Nate multiple times with this big show.
He's amazing. He's just I've been a fan of his since when I first moved to New York. I saw him and was like, I can't believe I've never heard of this guy yet, and he was even young then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Come back in a year.
Okay.
If you can help it, please do.
I can't believe that.
So we can do this
had
again?
a 6-year window once. That's wild.
I know.
Yeah, crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I know. Thanks again.
Thank you. Appreciate it.